How's everyone doing again? This is Byron Bradford. Hey, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. We're going to talk about immigration reform, or is it immigration enforcement? Which one is it going to be? Hey, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for your time. Again, this particular article talk about it just goes into what immigration reform should look like. And the debate is not whether we should allow immigration. It's about how we do so in a way that protects American sovereignty, respects the rule of law, and is beneficial to all Americans. Again, immigration is one of the fundamental building blocks to help America become unique nation that it is. But the debate over border security and immigration has become a toxic. Politicians have put politics before principles, as and reasonable Americans find themselves trapped between zealots on both sides. I'm going to just read a couple. They got a couple issues here. Number one, let me find out what the first one is here. Okay, the base. Number one, okay, we must respect the consent uh, of the governed, that is the will of the people. Individuals who are not citizens do not have a right to American citizenship without the consent of the American people. Okay, that consent is expressed through the laws of the United States. Through the laws, we, the people, invite individuals from other countries under certain conditions to join us as residents or fellow citizens. Number two, we cannot compromise national security and public safety. Let me repeat that. We cannot compromise national security or public safety. Every nation has the right recognized by both international and domestic law to secure its borders and ports of entry and control what and who is coming in into this country. A disorganized and chaotic immigration system encourages people to go around the law, and it is a clear invitation to those who wish to take advantage of our openness to harm the nation. Okay, secure borders, especially in a time of terrorist threat, are crucial to American national security. Number three, becoming an American citizen means becoming an American. Becoming a citizen means becoming an American as you work. We must preserve patriotic assimilation. The founding principles of the nation imply that an individual of any ethnic heritage or racial background can become an American. We see that to this day. That's why we have always welcomed immigrants seeking the promise and opportunities of the American dream. Patriotic assimilation is the bond that allows America to be a nation of immigrants. Without it, we cease to become a country with a distinct character, becoming instead a hodgepodge of different groups. If we are to become a united nation, living up to our motto of the pluribus unum, out of many, one, we must all understand and embrace a common language, history, and civic culture. Number four, our lawmakers must respect the rule of law and immigration. Those who enter and remain in the country legally should not be rewarded with a legal status or other benefits. So if you enter the country illegally, you will not get rewarded any of those benefits of becoming a citizen, basically. Now, based on these principles, immigration reform should include transitioning to a merit-based system. We should end practices like chain immigration, birthright citizenship. I agree with that one. The visa lottery, arbitration. But again, these rules and laws, our congressman voted for this. This is not in the Constitution. This is something over time your congressmen, they have signed off on and they let slide. I don't know which administration that it happened. This is something that's been happening over a period of time now, and it has watered down our borders and made it easier for people to get over here into in America. I have no problem with people. We're a nation of immigrants. That's what we are. We're a nation of immigrants, and everyone, they want a better lifestyle. Heck, go to America. That's why they want to come here. Some want to leave. Some want to come here. So it's just, how I don't know where you fall at on the end of the spectrum. The bottom line is we do need to secure our borders. Our borders are not secure, whether it's Canada, whether it's Mexico and Nogales, Reynosa, the McAllen area. We need to do a better job. Our congressmen need to do a better job of trying to figure out how do we fix this problem. This is not just a Texas Greg Abbott problem. This is a United States of America problem because we are getting invaded from down south for whatever reason. Let's stop shooting the blame and let's start finding solutions and start putting things in place. I'm sick of these politicians trying to blame somebody else. No, you sit down in a room and you figure out how do we stop how do we put the tourniquet on this issue? How do we stop the bleeding? How do we stop the flow? That's what we need. So let's vote people in office that's going to give us solutions and not complaints all the time. I'm sick of it. Let's find people that want to do the job. It's a difficult job. Let's find people that want to do the job. And let's get some solutions at the end of the day that can help our country become safe and secure our borders. And let's use what's in place. We don't need to reform anything. What we need to do is start enforcing what we already have. I think that's how we're going to turn this thing around. And that takes the politicians out of it. Let's enforce what we have already. That way, there's no confusion. We're not creating nothing. There's no pork barreling going on. We're going to use what we have to enforce it and go from there. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for your time. Again, let's secure our borders. Of course, back in 2001, we had the TPS, Temporary Protective System, in place by George W. Bush. He put that in place for people that were ravaged countries or natural disasters, and they kept extending it. Just like DACA again, they got to go back, make some adjustments, get rid of it. Let's start enforcing our borders because of terroristic threats, things that are harming us, our citizens in this country. Safety number one. Again, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for your time. I will talk to you later.